Hanging out with Bad Brad from Velocity. I'm not going to say his last name because he goes by Bad Brad. There are 3 different kinds of suits that are available at most manufacturers. It's an SFI rating. This one is an SFI 1. This one is an SFI 3. And this one is an SFI, where is it? Where did it go? There it is. Thank you. I couldn't find it with the camera. It's a 5. So let's start with the 1, Brad. What is the SFI 1?
Okay, so a lot of guys will think that the SFI 1 means it's a 1-layer suit. That is not the case.
That's what I thought.
It's all about TPP, which is thermal penetration and burn time. So that means that this suit only has to meet a minimum spec of about 6 seconds roughly. You can look it up on the SFI website, but basically it has nothing to do with layers.
Okay.
This happens to be a 1-layer suit, but it does meet that SFI 1 spec.
So what would this be for? Go-karts maybe? Something like that?
No, actually this would be great for sportsmen, hobby stock, street stock, your more entry-level stuff, your slower classes and divisions, that kind of stuff. We also see a lot of this in drag racing, where there's a minimal spec that's required.
Okay, next we go to the SFI 3.
Now we go to an SFI 3, and 3 does not mean 3 layers. And a lot of guys maybe have never seen an SFI 3. It's going to be between the 2. This is going to be your upper-level sportsman, your sport mods, those kind of things. This is actually a 2-layer suit. This actually has an industrial outer layer, and on the inside, it has a Nomex liner.
Oh.
So it's a very safe suit, and it almost meets the SFI 5 spec, but it gives the customer an option to do an economy or a more base level without going super high. And again, it's a 2-level suit, not a 3-level, but it meets the SFI 3 spec, which is around 10 seconds. So it doesn't have quite the burn time of the 5, but a little bit more than the SFI 1, and it's 2 layers.
There you go. Now we go to the 5. And this is not the highest there is, period, is there?
No, it's not. Now, there's a 3.2 certification and a 3.4. Our NASCAR guys use a 3.4-5. Here in this level of racing, we use a 3.2-5. The difference is the embroidery thread and the graphics. There's a different certification for those guys because of the application. But the SFI 5 is where you're going to get your lighter material. This could be 2 layers or 3 layers. It would never be 5 layers. Even if it was all made from FR cotton, and some of the lower end suits that are SFI are going to be 3 layers of cotton. That's not something that we do, but some companies do. The SFI 5 is traditionally going to be 2 to 3 layers. Usually that 3rd layer, Doug, is going to be a very thin see-through, or what we call a waffle layer. It does add some level of protection, but it's not a true 3rd layer, if you will.
Okay.
But it gets all that. And here's the best part, most important part, guys. SFI is a foundation. It's a not-for-profit. It's an org. Go to their website and look on there. Click on specifications, then click on manufacturers. Okay. Click on 3.2, which is personal protective gear and clothing. Scroll through that. Make sure the manufacturer that you are wearing is on that list. It's only about $1,000 to participate in the SFI program. If your manufacturer is not on that list, you need to start asking questions. It's a very low-cost program, and it makes sure that your suit is to a level and standard, regardless of the brand, regardless of the maker, regardless of what sales pitch or what you've been told. Make absolutely sure that your fire suit is on that list.
Last question for you, Brad. Let's say something happens, maybe like a hot power steering fluid, something like that. Or we are actually at a fire.
Absolutely.
The manufacturer of these suits, they want these back. They want to do research, don't they?
So what we see is the majority of the domestic manufacturers do want the suit back because they want to do research. We actually work with one of the state colleges. We send it to their burn lab and get it checked out.
Oh,
they
cool.
can tell us how long it burned, how hot it was, that kind of stuff. Most of the offshore manufacturers, it's a disposable commodity. It doesn't really matter. But the vast majority of your branded manufacturers are going to want to have the suit back. We want to see it, that kind of stuff. If you do get saturated with power steering fluid, the suit has to be cut off for whatever reason. You do have fire exposure. We have a program, Great Racer Bad Day. Our program is to replace your suit at half price. Many of the other manufacturers have great programs as well, Doug.
So call your suit manufacturer, guys.
Absolutely.
Know your SFI numbers, and always buy a shirt for underneath too, right? Because I hear you can steam a regular cotton t-shirt, right?
You can never have too much protection, and steam is truly the enemy to race car drivers.
Heard that.
It's really not open fire. In very few cases, we don't burn drivers with open fire, but we do burn them with steam. So do your part to make sure that you're as dry as you can possibly be underneath. Wear deodorant.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. Put extra deodorant on your chest, around your belly, and all the creases.
So you don't sweat.
Correct. You
And
actually want to pull that sweat away. That sweat causes steam. Steam causes burns. You got it.
Good stuff, Brad. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Doug.